Almost 20 separate blasts ripped through the city, ranging from car bombs to hidden explosives. 72 now confirmed dead, over 200 injured. The attacks took place just a few days after the withdrawal of American troops there. U.S. leaders insist they left behind a stable nation 9 years after launching that invasion. But damage done, rather, to the American soldiers who served in Iraq and other countries certainly is harder to deal with here. They continue to live with the fact that when guns fall silent and the ceasefires are agreed upon, the wars live on in the minds of the men and the women who fought. And a killer stalks them that is more deadly than the enemies they once faced, as RT's Liz Wald reports.
Being in this environment is killing U.S. soldiers, but surprisingly, the biggest killers are not enemy combatants.
I unfortunately inhabit the demographic in the United States that kills itself pretty much more than any other out there.
For the second year in a row, more soldiers killed themselves than were killed in combat. 468 soldiers took their own lives in 2010. And even off the battlefield, suicide rates continue to soar. Mathis Shiro is an Afghanistan war veteran turned anti-war activist.
We come home feeling terrible, despicable about what we did and what we saw.
Shiro is one of thousands returning from deployment, feeling detached and conflicted.
The laws of decency don't apply to soldiers in combat. And when you go back to having to apply those laws to yourself all the time, that for many, leads either to the grave or to jail.
An average of 18 veterans per day commit suicide and many more attempt it. Last year, 20% of the 30,000 American suicides was a soldier or veteran.
It kind of accumulates in disaster. And that you really start to wonder if you're ever going to be who you were again.
Dr. Jan Kemp says many soldiers come back feeling disconnected from the world in which they once lived.
Then all of a sudden they're back. Things happened in their families while they were gone. The situation they come back to is not often the same one that they left.
In fact, many come back to bleak situations. A quarter of the homeless in America are military veterans. The unemployment rate among vets hovers over 12%. Meanwhile, campaigns such as Army Strong glorify life as a soldier and aim to entice America's young men and women to enlist.
The unfortunate thing is that's not the military experience. That's an advertisement.
Since retiring from the Army, Shiro has been committed to showing students the other side of the Army experience, the side recruiters fail to show. It's all part of the We Are Not Your Soldiers tour. His message is clear.
Don't become one of us.
And he hopes that message will prevent students from turning into a statistic. From Washington, Liz Wald, RT.